So here's what I don't get, Amber, and I don't have a giant abacus with me, so this is a little bit off the top of my head. Leave aside whether cutting taxes reduces or increases the deficit. Leave that aside. They're not going to touch Social Security. They're not going to touch Medicaid, Medicare. They're not looking for major savings for Medicaid, and even those who are may not get there. He's rattling off all these areas where they're going to increase spending, including defense and homeland security. They can't magically renegotiate the rates on interest on the debt. And that leads to domestic discretionary spending, where although they're cutting it, proposing to reduce it more than most, it just doesn't add up. There's no there for serious deficit reduction. So what am I missing?
Well, I think that's mostly right. And you'll hear from very limited government types and libertarians that they're actually quite unhappy that Trump is not planning to touch those programs that you mentioned, Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, because they think reform of those programs is absolutely necessary to get the deficit and the debt in check. One thing I saw earlier this week is that some House Republicans are talking about reducing the cap for federal reimbursement on Medicaid programs, which of course led to headlines that they're slashing Medicaid, which isn't quite right. What happened under the previous administration, and this actually started with Obama and the Affordable Care Act, which is that he allowed able-bodied adults who were of working age to get on Medicaid. Didn't require them to work though. And then Biden actually expanded the reimbursements for those individuals pretty significantly. So what the House GOP is looking at doing is actually sort of yanking it back from those Biden era levels, which would have some pretty significant savings, but obviously not to the level of Doge claiming that there's going to be $1 trillion in government cuts. And I mean, the other problem with this too is that you do have a lot of establishment Republicans, kind of squishy types in Congress right now that are not going to be on board, I think, with a massive spending overhaul, because it would be difficult for them to potentially sell back to like a moderate district with a lot of Democratic constituents.
Hey, want to be part of the two-way community all the time? Hit the subscribe button. Great video clips like this, plus conversations like no other, full episodes and more, always available on this channel. You got to hit subscribe to never miss a thing.